Good morning, everyone. Today is a standard live hard day, and we're going to be figuring out how to build discipline. It's actually not that complicated. I'm going to also show you how to tie this little parna. And while I do this, throughout the day, we're going to be figuring out how to get more discipline, how to train the muscle of discipline, willpower, and focus. There's only one recipe for discipline that even David Goggins talks about. Do hard things and do them consistently. We'll build upon this definition with examples and analogies, and then we'll build upon it. So you take this cloth and just fold it up randomly. Length, I know not. Just randomly fold it up and just pull at it, and yeah, put it between your teeth at one edge. There we go. Okay, so this is how it comes. You want to pull some more and just ensure that it's all orderly. So on this side it does look orderly, and this side it does not look so orderly. So anyway, it's all very random. There's no structure to this really. Yeah, so you see, until here it's all good. From here the chaos begins, and we'll see to that when we have to, right? So this is all chaos, and we're going to figure a way out to ensure that this chaos gets managed. That's really it. If you can manage this chaos, you're good. And if you can't, then of course it's troublesome. So I'm just trying to pull and tug at it to ensure the chaos gets managed. Because if the chaos gets managed, then we're all good, you know? So we're trying to manage the chaos. Looks decent. Let's see how it's going to look. So if we pull it now, I don't know. Could work. Let's see. What do you think? I think this could work. Again, the idea is I'm not a perfectionist. Let's just go with it. That's the whole idea for Parna. Easy peasy, lemony squeezy. And again, you're going to manage the chaos on this end. Looks decent, right? I mean, there's no denying that these lures are proper. They don't even have to be proper. And by now you can you don't have to hold this between your teeth. You don't have to grab it. And now, of course, the chaos has been managed until here. Now we've got to manage it out here. Very important. How are we going to do it? I have no idea. We'll figure it out, whatever works. Because something will work. That's the whole point. It might take time. It might trouble you. Some days turbans do trouble you. But we'll get it done. And after this, I have a 6:30 a.m. session. So I'm going to be pretty busy with that. But I'll take you along for the day. And then, of course, it's a walk. We're going to be finding out ways to build discipline throughout the day. And by the end of this video, you'll have some actionable ideas. You'll have some tips and tricks to ensure that you can finally build the life that you so want to build. Hey, we've managed the chaos pretty nicely. And this little extra bit, which is actually ideal in length, just shove it down here. Just put the hair away. Just shove it down here. Yeah, okay, so this is how we're done with the parna. So very quick, right in front of your eyes. And I've managed my hair. I've flattened them a bit. That's a personal preference. I used to have really long hair. Now I don't. Post-COVID, everything just seemed to change. But now we're going to pull on the first lud or the strand and then just spread it out on top. Genius, am I right? Genius indeed. And once this is done, you're pretty much good to go. It's been pouring all night. All night it's been pouring. And Oika and Gabi decided to go out at like 2:30 in the morning because there were some cats outside. So I didn't sleep well at all. Didn't sleep well. Didn't want to wake up in the morning. But when the alarm went off, I was lazing in bed for like 5-7 minutes. And I reminded myself this is an opportunity to build your mental muscle of discipline. If you wake up now, you will build some muscle. You will flex these muscles of the mind. And if you choose to sleep in, you're just being your old, regular, indisciplined self. So I'm always trying to compare myself to myself. That's it. I think that's going to serve you and make you a far better human. So this is how we're done with the parna. And of course, if you have furry babies at home, then you would need to get something called a lint roller. Yeah, it just grabs all the hair. You can remove these sheets, and I got this from like Amazon. Yeah, so it's a fresh sheet now, and just run it all over your parna so that there's no hair and golden love on it. Doesn't look too nice. All right, we're good to go. So 6 a.m. wake up call, and now we are ready for a session on stocks. Show you a bit of it and post that a walk. Somebody who came for the level up prior, this young man called Kshitij, he wants to join us for the walk. He wants to meet the babies. He wants to have a chat with me. Of course, we're going to do that. But I told him, I'm very sorry that I have a session and I need to come post that. He was very excited to turn up. He's already awake. But we'll do that. I'll take you along and figure out how to build discipline.
I do have a few questions which might not be directly aligned to this.
No, please go on. I'm right here.
How patient are you with somebody who doesn't want to jump right in and is like very tepid?
All right, so I just got done with that call with this guy, very scintillating guy called Sagar from North America, United States, North America. And we were just discussing how important it is to know the basics of the market and the basics of studying the charts. Nothing complicated, even if you don't want to invest your money actively. Even if you want to be passive about it, it just helps. Whether you're a lawyer, engineer, or a surgeon, this knowledge tremendously helps. It's actually pretty late by now. The call stretched a bit. It's 7:45 in the morning. Sun is out slightly, but the walk shall get done. There's no option about it. There's no alternative. We will get that done. I'm going to grab a very quick tea while the tea is getting made. I'm very lucky that someone is fixing my tea and I don't have to do it. I will change and we're gonna go build discipline. The walk is very interesting. The walk is gonna ensure my fat levels are in check and I'm healthier. But what do you think it's really doing? It's training my mind. Do I feel like going right now? Not really. I wanna sit in, I wanna laze, I wanna start my day with a nice shower and sit down for the markets. But the walk tells me, dude, you gotta do what you gotta do. What are your non-negotiables? Don't forget them, listen to them. And that's why the walk is not only training my body, it's also training the mind. All of today, we're going to keep flexing the muscles of the mind that we cannot see. You can see your biceps. It's very easy to train them. The recipe to training your mind is doing hard things and doing things that you don't want to do, but they work for you and they enhance your lives. And we're going to keep doing them. So come along. Here we are for the morning walk and Kshitij has joined us. And Kshitij was here for one of the Level Up weekends. He was in town and he texted me like, can I join you for the morning walk? And I'm like, of course, let's go for it. So he's been reading consistently. So he's a consistent chap. So we're going to ask him what keeps him disciplined. What do you think? What is the recipe for discipline? If you had to guide somebody after the level up, what would you say? Like, basically, how can you remain disciplined?
Consistency is the key. And the thing is, like, if you have to show up for something, you have to show up.
Have to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that you like it or not. Because some days you are going to like it or not, but trust me, when the guilt comes that you didn't do that throughout the day, you will be like, no.
Yeah.
You won't be able to have that comfortable sleep that I didn't show up.
Yeah, true.
So,
and that adds up, you know?
Yeah, it compounds.
Have you been working out consistently?
Yeah, workout is like consistent.
Right.
If I don't work out, my body thinks that it was an incomplete day.
Incomplete day.
Yeah, it was an incomplete day.
Interesting. So I think what you're basically saying is pay the price of discipline so that you don't have to pay the price of regret.
Exactly.
Because regret hurts so much more. And he also made a beautiful point. I think that Ronaldo also said that some days you just won't feel like showing up. You're human. Exactly. And that's fine. You'll show up regardless. Oh, it's sunny. So what? Oh, it's raining. So what? Let's show up. Let's overcome ourselves. Because that's the only way we're going to be truly content with ourselves. Your paycheck is not going to make you as content as you showing up for what you said you would show up for.
Exactly. And like the
That's
thing
nice.
is, I was reading something the other day. He was saying that I ran like 25 miles a day every day. And when it's snow, I ran 50 miles a day.
Yeah.
So the mentality says the tougher it gets, the harder I'm going to get it on me.
Oh, that's so fair though, yeah.
So it's very rigid. It sounds very rigid, but I think the kind of mentality which will lead you somewhere in life can be one such.
Yeah, so if it's normal, he runs 25 miles. If it's snowing, he'll run 50
miles.
Our default setting is if it's raining, let's skip all workouts.
Just skip it.
I went for a workout yesterday to the gym. Man, barely any people. Barely, because it was raining. And I understand some people are using two-wheelers. I understand all of that. Those are real concerns. But if you've got to show up, you're not going to give yourself options. You're going to grab your raincoats or whatever. You're going to show up. But I think when your perspective shifts, everything begins to fall in place. It all starts with perspective. And I think perspective comes with the right mindset. You know, we've been talking about how to get more disciplined, how to be consistent. These are basics. Why are we struggling with this even now? We've achieved so much in life and we struggle with the basics. It's because we forgot somewhere that most days we're not gonna feel like doing something that we know we must do. That's totally fine. Anyway, this mindset shift, this perspective has really helped me. This is what I'm gonna be talking about in Chandigarh day after I'm going for a session.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm going for a mindset session. I'm going to Mumbai on August 10. That should be interesting as well. Pretty excited about it. It's actually a partnership with IHCL.
Oh, that's great.
The Taj Hotel Group, yeah.
So it's I have shares of that company.
It must be doing very well.
Yeah, they did very well.
So anyway, that was our 2 cents on discipline and consistency. And I'll show you some views. And I apologize for how bad the traffic has been. Everything is super loud today for some reason. There's some trees that have toppled over. That's Gabi. And with me, I have Oichika. And we're just walking around, having a good time. Gonna enjoy this walk. We'll do tricep dips as well. You wanna do tricep dips? You're pretty good at those.
Yeah, we can try that.
Yeah, we'll try tricep dips. I think that'll be fun. It rained all night, like I already mentioned. And I also mentioned, and I've been complaining about Oichika barking all night, but check this tree out. The mighty also fall. It's a good lesson for life. It's toppled over. I just hope whenever this stuff topples over, people don't get hurt. And look at this guy overspeeding. Okay, now time for some dips. As promised, this is nature's tricep dip extension. Come,
You do
try it. Not the most comfortable, but it's harder. Yeah. You've really got to stabilize yourself. So it's not the easiest. Let's see, go for it. Yeah, it's challenging, right?
Yeah.
2, 3, keep going, solid triceps. 5, 6, come on, 7, 8, 9, another one. Solid. Feels nice, right?
Yeah.
And interestingly, I don't know if you can see it, you can also do pull-ups here. Chin-ups.
Let's do
This
it.
is tricky. This is kind of tricky. Getting on there is tricky. This is nice.
Whoa.
Lovely. Come on, go for it. Yeah, wonderful. The guy's athletic. No wonder he came for the level up. The level up is booming.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
Wonderful. Well done, man. Well done. And you know something? Doing stuff like this just makes you terribly happy, right? How do you feel right now in this moment?
Accomplished.
Accomplished. That is such a good way to put it.
Man,
It
that's
feels-
nice. Nice doing it on nature.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
nature.
Nature's beautiful. So if you spot opportunities, there was some like nasty insect on me, but we're good. If you do this stuff outdoors, this makes you terribly happy. Overcome yourself, try to push your boundaries. You're gonna be very happy about it. We've done these dips, we've done these pull-ups. We're not regretting them at all. There won't be a single day where you're like, shouldn't have done those pull-ups, you know? I should have just stayed home, should have stayed within the sheets. It's so comfortable. Not a single day like that. Take chances, overcome yourself, build resilience. The days you do something when you don't want to do it, that's the day you build discipline. These guys have suddenly decided to sprint, so we're sprinting. But overall, it's getting a bit tricky vlogging and walking, but you get the idea. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so the market's open. I still haven't showered and that's fine. Stocks are moving okay, they're fine, but I'm gonna tell you very quickly why I've bought certain stocks, what my rationale was, etc. And I'm sure you'll glean a lot from what's going to follow now. First, we'll discuss LICI. But before I get into it, none of these are recommendations. I'm not asking you to buy them. I'm not recommending you buy them. I have invested in them at lower prices. So I'm already in a profit. And I'll also show you something that I'm watching. So with that disclaimer, let me tell you how I've been going about it. That's at number one, LICI. Very simple. We had a strong up move, LICI, which is displayed with this little arrow here, with this line. We had a strong up move. Naturally, buyers took control, and then sellers took control, and that is fine because that is the law of stock markets, buyers and sellers. But what happens, the question you need to ask yourself is, what happens when buyers eventually take back control? Usually, when buyers take back control, they display higher lows into a resistance. I've marked these higher lows with these stair steps, which are these red areas. I've marked these lows, and this is a sort of a resistance that we had, and the breakout happened on this particular day. Decent volumes, but then again, that's fine. And before the breakout, we had some tight days, so low volume as well. Then we had a breakout. The stock pretty much goes sideways, has a minor dip on the day that the budget was announced, and then it continues higher. So it's going very comfortably. From my purchase now, the stock seems to be giving me about 9%, which is healthy. Now, the deal is I'm not going to let it come to a loss. I don't want to let it come to a loss. 9% is decent, but I don't want to book a profit either. So below this level, I think I would like to at least book 50% of my profits. This is LICI. I was working on higher lows. Now let's look at Paytm, which is a very unconventional trade. I usually don't trade in such stocks because look at that, it's trashy, right? We have sellers in control throughout, no doubt about it. But it formed a little base out here. So it had a little resistance. This might be a little reversal base. The interesting thing about this reversal base was that all negative news had been discounted. I'll give you an example. This is the earnings report of Paytm's, and the article for Business Standard that day read that Paytm widens its quarterly loss to 883 crores. It's a horrible development, but the stock closes 3% higher. It absorbs all negativity. Then we have the budget days, and then the stock doesn't fall either. So we had 2 days when the budget day, on the budget day when the market was tanking, Paytm was holding its ground. Two negative developments, holds its ground. This is relative strength. And I thought, man, something could really be happening. So I set a tiny buy order above this little base, above this little tight area. I set a buy order precisely out here. This is where I bought. And the same day, the stock, and this was a level up weekend starting, by the way, it was Friday. And the same day, the stock enters an upper circuit. Since then, I've been holding it, and today it's fine. It's still giving me about 7% gains. So I bought them here. It's about 8% gains it's giving me, which is healthy. Again, I would not like to keep the stock below this level because, again, risky stock, right? Sellers have been controlled all the time. But when these turnarounds happen, they should give very incredible moves. So I'm actually expecting a lot of profits from Paytm. But that said, I will be constantly managing my risk. I really hope you guys can see the screen properly on the video. Next, one stock that I'm watching is Clean. Again, a clean breakout is happening, Clean Science and Tech. I think I'm going to buy this and hold it for a while. So what Clean has done is it's given us a concrete support out here, and it's given us a concrete resistance. This looks like an ideal candidate for a reversal base. So Clean did pretty well after its IPO and then fell. And since then, it's been sort of consolidating. So it's trend lines are not working out here. Right. Since then, it's been consolidating and it's forming a reversal base. I think this is something I would like to expose myself to. Again, these are not recommendations. Please do them at your own volition. And if you are investing in this, it's really your risk. These are not recommendations. I am not SEBI registered. Another thing is on the monthly charts, Clean was under the 10 moving average, constantly breaks out, handles itself, goes sideways, and then emerges again. So looking very constructive from several perspectives. And this is something that we would want to, of course, watch out for. This is how I've been trading stocks. Another stock that I'm awfully interested in is Office. Office is tightening beautifully. We had a nice run up. It's pulled back to the 10 and now it's gapped up. It's going sideways. This is gorgeous, actually. I'm very interested in this, and which is why we're going to draw a line here and we're going to quickly set an alert on Office. If it crosses up, we're going to be very interested. Stop loss initially could either be 50% of your position here, should it emerge, and then 50% could be here. To gain earlier entries, you can switch to the hourly chart and then see where you would like to enter. So it's gone tremendously sideways. Office is looking hella constructive. With this, of course, I hope you get a good idea about how I trade stocks. Another stock that I've been watching is, of course, eMudra. And eMudra, oh man, it's been testing my patience for so long. I was invested in this stock, by the way. I sold it to raise cash, but I'm watching it once again because yeah, if it moves above this, I'd be very interested in buying this. It's displayed higher lows going into the resistance. So higher lows is something that is very interesting for me. And what is higher lows? To understand more about higher lows, of course, you go to the Mark Minervini, VCP, and yeah, the VCP is incredibly important. Again, we're just basically going for higher lows, which look a bit like this. You can check out his works. I think they're incredible. I keep guiding people to them. So this is how I've been trading. Clean is moving nice. I'm going to punch an entry for clean, and then let's see how it goes. God bless you all, and God bless me. And let's make some good money, and I will see you later. Okay, since we're talking discipline today, I think it would not be fair to discuss the gorgeous concept of discipline without even talking about nutrition. Because this is one facet. If you show discipline out here, a lot of things can get fixed. Dr. Peter Attia says it beautifully, and you can check out his book, Outlive. A bunch of you have already checked it out based on my recommendation and because it's so popular and it's so good. And he says the only way you can prepare yourself to not get the four massively horrible diseases, which is cardiac arrests, cardiac disease, dementia, diabetes, and cancer, is if you prepare to not get them in the first place. The only way you can prepare yourself to not die from these diseases is if you prepare yourself to not get them in the first place. So I think this is incredibly important. I'm going to show you my breakfast, which is rather simple. It has non-vegetarian food. It has eggs. But that said, if I go take a matha after this, I'm going to brush my teeth. I think that's what I do. And just going to give you a quick look. And I hope you like it. Right, so we have a paratha here. Gobi da paratha, my favorite. We got 2 eggs, some grilled sort of chicken out here on a bed of lettuce. And then we've got this moong dal salad. This is dope. And the best thing within this moong dal salad, of course, happens to be the pudina, which is my favorite, and the anar. And of course, with this, I'm going with a cup of tea. So it's quite a desi breakfast, but it is going to be fueling my goals because I hit the gym. I want to build muscle and I want to take care of my body. I hope I'm making the right decisions. If you have any thoughts on the food, of course, leave them in the comments below. Be constructive, be respectful about it. And to remind you, discipline shown here will go a long way. Whatever you put inside your body is going to go a long way. So please, this is the first aspect you need to start exercising discipline in. And how to do that? You start one hard thing and you build and you flex the muscle of discipline and willpower. We'll keep coming back to this point. We're going to be so repetitive about it. We're going to drill the point inside your head until it's internalized and you've imbibed it completely. So with this, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. And should any other thoughts pop up in my head on account of discipline, I'm going to share them with you, and I hope this video provides you so much value. Then this is the only video you need on how to get more discipline, and being more disciplined, I hope inspires you as well. Vamos. Okay, we've done everything. We've done our breakfast. We worked a bit. We did some serious work. I have a call at 1 p.m. with Laksha from New Delhi. But before that, we're going to take a quick shower. And any conversation, at least in my life, is incomplete without a cold shower. Any conversation on discipline is incomplete without the mention of a cold shower, because this is one supreme activity that helps me build more discipline. When I go inside the shower right now, my body's not going to like it. My brain's going to resist it. I'm going to do it regardless. It is something hard. And because it's hard and I get done with it, I generate a lot of dopamine in my brain. This is a healthy recipe. This is the only recipe that I have that a lot of people have guided me to. It's not something that I came up with. Of course, I saw a bunch of creators, a lot of super performers talk about it. Then I'm like, let me check it out. Man, if these guys are so disciplined with the help of a cold shower, maybe I can get disciplined as well. It was a bet I was willing to make. And because of that, I've started taking cold showers. In 2 or 3 weeks, I will be in Himachal Pradesh. I'll be in Shimla and in Narkanda above Shimla. It's going to be cold. I'm going to take a cold shower regardless. I'm going to do it because it's going to build so much discipline. So when I take a cold shower in Shimla and in Narkanda, and it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, I'm not doing it for dopamine. I'm not doing it for the obvious benefits of a cold shower. Happy-go-lucky mood, better immunity. I'm doing it just to train my mind. So that cold shower is a gym for my mind in that moment. If I look at the cold shower through that lens, suddenly it becomes manageable. And that tells me one more thing. Every day when I get into a cold shower, my body resists it. Every day. I've been taking a cold shower since December now. Every day I get into it, my body's like, dude, why are you doing that? The geezer's right there. Switch it on, have a good time. And I'm like, nope. I've listened to you for far too long, never more. And it's fine. It's really building my discipline. This is one thing that you need to incorporate in your life if you want to build more discipline, build more willpower. And once I'm done with it, naturally, I'm very proud of myself. And this is something that I go back to all the time because I tell myself, dude, you couldn't take a cold shower for 29 years of your life. You resolved to take it and now you do it every day when you don't feel like it. Therefore, what else is there that you don't feel like but you can do? So my self-image is improving with the help of something so economical and free, a cold bloody shower. So it really helps. Try it out and let me know how you feel about it. Okay, so I did something interesting today. It just was a random thought. I just recently all of us paid our taxes and I'm like, we're paying the government so much, but what about like a little bonus for everyone that works at home? Not only at home, in the office, and everybody associated with this household, and everybody that's making our life a bit easier. So if it's, for example, the gardener or the person guarding the gate and stuff like that. And I think a bit of a bonus would be ideal. Firstly, it's not expected. It's not Diwali, it's not Rakhi, it's no festival. It's not expected. I think it'll do them good. And I really had this idea and I thought, let me just execute it. So what we've done is I printed this little thing and I'll translate it for everyone. It says, you all do so much for us. You are a very important part of this family. Thank you. I hope that this tiny bonus will help you. So आप सभी हमारे लिए बहुत कुछ करते हैं, आप इस परिवार का अहम हिस्सा है, धन्यवाद. मुझे आशा है कि ये छोटा सा बोनस आपकी मदद करेगा. So I think this is something that I wanted to do, and even the person who works at my sister's place, she's also getting it. So I'm just signing it, and the smiles that they had on their face is unreal because I've already handed 5 of these, I reckon, to the people who work here, and now 4 of them are turning up. So I'm just signing them and I will be giving this to them. So it's our way of daswan, right? 1/10 of our income should go for charity and all of that. We could technically give our money to gurdwaras, and that's also noble. The gurdwaras do so much. They do the langar, etc. But I think I would also like to make more impact closer to home. Do that as well, but also divert money to make more impact closer to home and really help those that are surrounding us immediately and making our lives so much easier and depending on us and basically dedicating themselves to this life. Because come to think of it, they are there and we are here by the lottery of birth. It's really that simple. If I was born in their shoes, perhaps I'd still be doing what they are doing. So I am so grateful for everything, and this is God's will. It's His hukum. That said, if we are in a position to help them a bit, let us do that. And this just makes you feel grateful. Right after this, I'm going to go take a matha and just thank God for everything. And yeah, I think stuff like this tends to make humans very happy when you selflessly give. So this is like a little printout, and of course at the back is the envelope with the cash. So yeah, not the cleanest affair, not the most aesthetic looking affair, but it's a good affair, isn't it? Yes, ये आपके लिए सबको एक छोटा सा बोनस मेरी तरफ से मिल रहा है बिकॉज इतनी मेहनत करते हैं वो हमारे लिए, तो ये सबको मिल रहा है एंड इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ सैलरी या कुछ भी सबको इक्वल अमाउंट मिला है, तो ये आपके लिए, आप कुछ भी करो, आप लाइफ में जरा ऐसे आगे बढ़ते रहें. थैंक यू सो मच यार, थैंक यू फॉर हेल्पिंग अस. ठीक है, ऑसम, एंजॉय. Okay, God bless. So now I'm taking a little break to go take a matha. It's a big part of my disciplined life because when I wasn't disciplined, and I'm truly not making this up, this isn't some fancy story I've fabricated for it to sound cool and so that it can be printed in magazines one day. But when I was not disciplined, I went to the Gurdwara at home and I'm like, stuff needs to change. All I ask is for your grace and assistance in the pursuit of discipline. That's all that I asked for, and I think the divine grace was granted to me, so I'm very grateful for that. Each time I find myself getting off track, and also when I find myself being on track tremendously well, I just want to go to the Gurdwara and give tremendously well. I just want to go to the Gurdwara and give thanks. And I want to put it out there that the efforts are all mine. I have to put in the efforts, but nothing happens without His grace. And that's what I'm going to focus on. And yeah, I'm just going to go take a matha now. It's very important to me. Oh man, what a nasty days for stocks. LICI just lost all its gains. Clean, which I bought in the morning, it stopped me out. So that gave me a loss. Everything is tanking pretty much. Things are now working. Things are not looking good, but that's fine. It's part of the game. It's not working today. Perhaps it'll work on Friday and Monday. Our stop losses were triggered. Some profits were taken away. It's fine. It's 3:29. I have a call to take. A consultation call to take at 3:30. Should be done by 4:30. We'll grab a coffee and read my 10 pages. So you see, back to back the days planned. All of this is building discipline, if nothing else. The pages, the 10 pages, they are aimed at not only educating myself, but also ensuring that I do stuff that is required to be done, whether I feel like it or not. I think the guy has joined the Zoom meeting. And also, we are going to hit the gym after that. Pretty busy day, but busy is good because busy is awesome. And on the weekend, I'll be in Chandigarh and I'll show you snippets of that as well when I'm in Chandigarh. But that said, the market's now shut and I shall get on my call. Yo, just got done with work, got done with that session. It's about 4:45 p.m. I am spent. Spent is the word. Enervated, devoid of all energy is the word. The weather's beautiful. I honestly want to take a nap. Not gonna lie. Being authentic, I want to take a nap. The only reason I'm not taking a nap is because, firstly, I won't get good sleep at night. But that's fine. Secondly, it's going to get remarkably late. If I take a nap now, which is 4:45, it's going to be 5:45 when I wake up, for instance. Go to the gym by 6:30, everything gets delayed. I really don't want that. But look at the weather. The weather is salubrious, which means it's health-giving. Check that out. We are grateful to be witnessing this beauty. We are forever thankful to God. Let me show you this view. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like this area of my house. So when people tell me, yo, this area is so dope, yeah, so very grateful for this area. But that said, to shrug off this drowsiness, which is natural. I was made to sleep in the afternoons, I realized. I was made for siestas. Like, I want to make siestas cool again. Everyone, sleep at 2. No, not 2. 3:34, sleep. The market is shut, go off to sleep. Wake up in half an hour, take a power nap. I'm gonna grab a coffee, and with this health-giving, salubrious, incredible weather, I'm gonna read the life of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. I'm also gonna take you through it a bit. So you see how everything requires discipline on a daily basis. And as soon as the day is done, guys, it's another day. You gotta exercise discipline again, but that's what makes life so much fun. I might be exhausted right now, but not an iota of me is miserable. I might be exhausted, I might be sleepy, and I'm like, I want to chill, but I'm not unhappy. With this routine, when you're exercising discipline daily, it's gonna challenge you. You're gonna get frustrated sometimes, you're gonna get really drained, but you're gonna be happy. And that's what really matters. And this is gonna be natural happiness. This is gonna be natural hits of dopamine. So very happy about that, and I hope I have been able to inspire you as well. After this, of course, a coffee, gonna read and hit the gym. And after that, it would be appropriate to end the video, or even before. Let's see what I feel like. But I think I've given you a good glimpse of my day and how I must exercise discipline on a daily basis. Today is one of those days where it's actually not humid. So I'm really enjoying the weather, really enjoying it. It's not humid, it's ideal. And with this weather, let's go grab a coffee. Let's go, son. Okay, I've added the pod and let's grab a mug. This might be appropriate. This is like a Fab India. Not bad, huh? It was gifted to us. We shall make use of it. Because I've added a caramello pod. Basically, I added this and we're gonna go with a lungo. Beauty. Beauty indeed. Okay, here we are reading about Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Let's see, let me tell you if there's something intriguing that you might enjoy. Okay, so this is very interesting. The first 5 gurus, starting with Guru Nanak Dev Ji's, the gurus had never hesitated to raise their voice against oppression and exploitation. That's fair. But the first 5 gurus had always been pacific in nature, ready to pacify non-violent. They preached that it was the duty of all human beings to raise their voices against injustice, but they had not preached that the protest should be anything other than peaceful. Guru Har Gobind also fought battles, but they were mainly battles fought in self-defense. But after Guru Tegh Bahadur's sacrifice, Guru Gobind Singh Ji understood that protests against the oppressor must take on a more aggressive form. Guru Gobind Singh Ji firmly believed that love and forgiveness were always stronger forces than hate and revenge. But once you are convinced that your adversary is out there to destroy you, then it is your duty to resist the enemy with all means at your disposal. This is almost like a dharma yudh, a battle for the sake of righteousness. But please do not mistake this concept of dharma yudh, because this does not lay in the clash of religions. This does not lay in the clash of religious beliefs, but in the injustice and tyranny that is being perpetuated. This is waged to uphold universal and common human values and ideals. This is entirely important. This is what Guru Gobind Singh Ji dedicated himself to, and that is why he always welcomed horses and infantry and ammunition and just weapons as gifts. Always did that because he realized that to face the imperial powers, he is going to have to defend himself, and non-violence is just not going to work anymore. So pretty interesting stuff. Quickly gonna get changed for the gym. It is Arms Day, and we'll end the video there. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Gonna end it there, and yeah, I hope it's given you not only an insight into my routine, but how I'm exercising the muscle of discipline at every juncture. Another thing I want to mention is that it's very important. Most things that I feel like doing, and I know I should be reading this book now, and I should be hitting the gym now, I should be recording this very video. I don't feel like it, but should you get started with it, state of flow takes over. Huberman talks about it, the warm-up period. Start with something, and then for the first 5-10 minutes, your body's going to reject it so much. But once you persevere for those 5-10 minutes, it's going to really be easier. So if I enter the gym, I'm all confused. What should I do? I don't really feel like being here. But if I start with the exercises and I realize, man, it's not so bad after all. It's kind of nice. So make sure you stick around for the warm-up period, persevere for the 5-10 minutes, and it's going to serve you tremendously well. Once I'm done with the gym, I'm going to edit my Instagram video for the day. So that's also going to take a lot of discipline, because that must be done every day, and maybe I'll show you glimpses of it. Let's see. But that said, I hope you have a decent idea. I'll see you around. Hey, so the gym is what, like 5 minutes from my house, 2 minutes perhaps. We're on the way. Gonna get a decent arms day pump, and with some commentary, we're gonna end this video. There you go. That's gold. If you can see, that's what I'll be working out temporarily. All right, we're here at the gym. Gonna end the day with the workout. I'm pretty exhausted, not gonna lie. Gonna focus on sleeping early tonight. Not gonna wake up with an alarm tomorrow morning whenever my body wakes me up. I think rest is incredibly important. So every talk of discipline will be incomplete without focusing on adequate rest. Rest your body, exert yourself, be disciplined. You're going to do more in 6 months than you did in 6 years, and that is a guarantee. Discipline is something that you've got to develop. This is something you're not going to regret ever, and it's going to serve you in every arena of your life. You want to eat better food, discipline's going to help you. You want to move your body, discipline's going to help you. Somebody says something nasty, and you know you shouldn't be saying it back to them. You should be taking a deep breath and measuring your words, because words can be a balm or a sword. Discipline's going to be needed. It's just one life skill that we should be taught in school as well, but we're never really taught about it. And I think more schools need to be teaching these real-time life skills like mental mastery and discipline. With that said, keep being on the journey. If you fall off track, focus on getting back on track. Don't shame yourself. Don't be incredibly guilty, because that's not going to help you. And don't hate yourself. You were born this way, but you can overcome yourself because you're a rational human. You're meant to evolve and mentally grow. You can develop your muscles. And if I can help you on this journey, of course, that will be a job well done. So I'll see you for another one. Gonna go for an arms workout. And until then, keep thriving. Subscribe for more such videos, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you guys later.